Hey everyone, Craig Williams here, back with another video. In this video I'm going to show you how I mixed my SDJ track and what plugins I used and why I chose those plugins. I made this, if you heard on the other videos, I made this while I was sort of on the road on one of my smaller laptops, so I was had to be really conscious of CPU and stuff like that, so I couldn't just like stack plugins on and stuff like that. So a lot of the stuff you can see I've bussed as much as I could and then just treated the bus, so to avoid EQing each individual element I just EQ'd the group. So yeah, so I'll just run through the elements and then you guys can get a feel for what I've done and stuff like that. So kick, because the kick is I think it was a vengeance kick, so I didn't compress it. It was pretty compressed already. I just you tend to use this punchy kick 02 and it sort of gives like a little bit of beef around the low end and then adds to the click of the and then if I need to I can just sort of mix it a little bit more from there, change the EQs and stuff like that. But this is a really good starting point, and then I always just put like the little low cut on there as well. I find that it just tightens up the kick a little bit more. Pre-kick is nothing on the channel, I just mixed it to the levels. The snare and the clap run into the same bus, and all I've done is put an EQ and then just put this reverb on there, and the reverb is just the platinum verb, and I've just done that, so that's a send, and then I've EQ'd a bit on the reverb as well, so just takes out the lows and cleans up the mix a little bit more. Splash is just a little bit of EQ and then a delay on there. The toms that you hear sort of throughout most of the track, as you can see I've just mixed the levels there, and then at the end I've just put an EQ on, taken the lows out, put a little bump, and then compressed, which is just a sidechain compression. So with the kick, so yeah, all pretty simple stuff. The minimal drum, I've got EQ on there, just taking out the lows. I don't usually tend to sort of boost around the low mids and mids, but for this one it seemed to work, and then I got something up around the high mids to the highs there, just bringing out the sounds a bit more. I got this one just compressing the drums, and then again with the sidechain compression just to help have everything sit in the mix a little bit more, and then again sending that to a reverb, and then I've got that tape delay, but as you can see there's nothing being sent there. That's a minimal drum, that's just the bounce of these drums. That's what I've done. I've sent that to, see if I've still got the automation on there. No, it's not on there, but that's why I had the send 4 on there, because when I bounced it out I had the effect on it. These are just some drum loops that I've cut up, and then I've sent them to a loop bus where I've just got a bit of EQ on there, bringing out some elements, and then sidechain compression again. I only like 4 to 5 dB gain reduction just to help everything sit in the mix a little bit more. I haven't got that super pumping sound on it. Ultra beat, which is the congas or bongos or whatever. I've just got that super reverbed, pushing it back in the mix a little bit more. I find if you bring up the wet and then bring the dry down, it helps push a sound from the front of the mix sort of back a little bit more. It helps it out a little bit more. and that's just being sent straight to the stereo bus. The hats, as you can see, I've got nothing on those hats, and then the hat bus again, just taking out the lows, boosting the highs a little bit, and then again sidechain compression and some reverb. Got these two little sounds which are just being sent straight out. This one doesn't have any reverb, it's just a dry sound, it's a reverse. They're just little sounds to add a bit more to the mix. These are some effects which I've got low cuts on, and then just the top one I've got a little bit of reverb. This is the bounce of the massive synth, which I've because the massive synth has already got effects on it, I've just left this one dry. This is a big clap where I've got lots of reverb, stereo spread, and compression. So EQ is just a tweak of the rock drum setting. Platinum verb, which I got the bright long verb, and I've just sort of added some more to it. Spread, and then compression just to help. I've got I'll let the initial attack in, and then we've got a longer release, so it holds that compression sound, like the compression holds the reverb sound out for longer. Next up is the silence. Just got some EQ and compression on there. And that sidechain is being really pumped down there, but because of the way the notes sit, that it doesn't really, you don't get any clicks or pops and stuff like that. Got the bass. Just got the lows, and I've just taken out the highs there. And you can hear a little bit of clicking from the sidechain compression there. The piano. Just got a little bit of a limiter, which isn't really sort of doing too much. I'm not even sure why I put it on, but you know, just taking out the lows there and just boosted the highs. Got a reverb, just nice long reverb, plenty of wet on there, so what you can hear sort of, and then just a compression, just holding that reverb sound again, and then I'm setting it to a delay, two delays. So, the pad sound, which I've got over here. The main sort of sound you're hearing there is a microphraser. Helps push the sound back a little bit, and then again sidechain compression. Everything's sort of getting sidechain compressed in this track. Next up is the sub. It's like the sub pad. It's like the darker pad. Again, it's EQ, camel fat, just adding a little bit to it. And again, sidechain compression, which you can hear, and a little bit more camel fat on there as well. And that is this pad again. For some reason I've put it onto that one. I'm not 100% sure why, but it's there. So and that's pretty much about it. And then we just got some other little effects which I've pretty much left dry, and I think I just treated the sounds within silence. No, I didn't even do that. Usually do, but I didn't for this one, so everything sort of sits in there, so I guess I just left it. That's about it. If you've got any other questions, I know I just ran through that super fast, but trying to get it under the 15 minutes. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. or head over to my Facebook page and give it a like. I've got lots of new free stuff coming out, so keep updated there, and the support is greatly appreciated. And for more free great music, just head to SoundCloud. All the links are in the description. Till next time, see you later.